cleaning it up for us. Bring us home, brother. You're on mute.
You're still on mute.
All right, we're back. I made it. Thanks a lot. Well, I'm going to go kind of a different direction in this, in a sense of ego. And this is something that I think has always been kind of in the back of my mind. We tend to watch a lot of these people. I'm going to use a guy like Mike Tyson. I'll use guys even like Elon Musk and these guys. And we tend to judge them a lot on kind of these extra kind of personal personalities. But when we tend to look at guys like a Mike Tyson, or we look at it, do you believe that if we sat down with them and try to inject, maybe, I'm not going to say softer ideas, but during the time of prime, these people's prime, their performances are many times off of that ego. Do you believe that sometimes if we were to take those people and inject them with these ideas and say, now try this, that we would not get what we actually see out of them? You know, Mike Tyson's a great example. If you were to take away that rage and that ego and everything, we wouldn't be talking about him today. If we were to take a guy like Donald Trump and we say, look, take away his kindness, have him inclusive, would he have made differences, right or wrong, whatever that may be? Mm-hmm. How many of these people are we trying to control, yet the pressure creates the diamond that we all live in today?
Yeah, no, I think that's very interesting. I think the issue is trying to, like, you know, when you take your oath as a doctor to like do no harm. Is there a way to do less harm? On the other hand, I was down in New York visiting with a CEO of a company's worth. I can't say how much it's worth, because if I actually said how much it's worth, you could figure it out. But we'll just say it's bigger than 250 billion. And and he says, like, my self-esteem goes up and down with the fucking stock market. Like, you know, he's got that, you know, those big things that you stare at, feel like up and down. And then at some point he said, you know, I need thinner skin. And what I said was, we don't know that's true. Your thinner skin is what helps you know where your things are in the market, and you're connected to the world. So it's not that you need to have thicker skin. It's that, now we sort of go to a fly analogy, but it's like if something comes by and 100 of your antennas start going off, how can we make it that 10 go off instead of 100? So I more find it, and a lot of the chief marketing officers I've worked with is the same thing. It's like, how do you change your relationship to the criticism or to the negativity that comes to you? How do you change your relationship then to the somewhat toxic state you wind up experiencing? Because to fundamentally change will kill your greatness. So I see it a lot that way. It's like, not necessarily. The other way, you know, I think that's really interesting philosophically. Do we need, you know, X% of tough, aggressive leaders to create at least the polarized tension to make society better? Do not know. You know, although
we sure stare at them.
Well, it is interesting though. I did have this conversation once with, in positive psychology, there's a guy pretty famous named Marty Seligman, and he's sort of like the father of positive psychology. So one time we were walking down the street, and he's like, Carol, why am I like this? I'm like, why? You're like, what, Marty? He goes, you know, Al Bandura, he's won this award and he's won that award. He's like the number one-sided person in the world, and I'm number 2. He goes, why does this bother me? I don't want it to bother me. And I just said, you know, Marty, if it didn't bother you, positive psychology wouldn't be on the map.
Right.
You know, so it's a less lethal